Nelson County family. Happy Friday. We are so excited to be with you guys this morning on the Community Brew Live. And it's a special Friday because it is the last day before our students return on Monday. So that is what we're here to talk about today. Just really building energy and excitement and what our schools are doing to welcome our students back into our buildings on Monday. So without further ado, we're just going to jump right into the conversation. I'm going to let everybody kind of introduce themselves, as we start this conversation this morning. So if you are watching over on YouTube, drop in the chat, say hello and good morning, and chat with us over there in the chat box. So first question, you guys, how are you building energy for the first week of school? What are y'all doing? Tell us what's going on.
All right, I'm Amy here, and I am one of the assistant principals at Foster Heights, and we have some big plans for next week. First thing, we're going to have a very special visitor in our building on Monday. That's going to be a secret as to who that is, and we're going to have a very big surprise on Friday that we're going to have clues every day. We really want to engage our kids and families as to what this big experience will be on Friday, but it's going to be a thriller. So we'll have clues every day for that, and we're going to have special visitors, and just like we do every day at Foster Heights, we're going to have some music, and we're going to have some dancing, and we're just going to have a lot of fun. So those are some things that we're looking forward to next week.
All right, I'm Nick.
Nick, you're going first. You go.
All right.
You go.
All right. So Nick Patterson, Bloomfield Middle School assistant principal. So we've got some really big plans too. We are gonna dub our BMS Strong Homecoming for this next upcoming week. Really looking forward to getting those students back into our building after being gone for 6 months. On Monday, we'll be rolling out the red carpet. Our students are our VIPs. They are just creating that experience for them, just a memorable experience. So rolling out that red carpet as they get here, providing them in their Care and Connect with some some swag bags with some goodies and some stuff. We've asked some teachers and students about some different things, and we're bringing back a popsicle walk, which I've not been a part of. So we'll see what that looks like. Just time for teachers and students to reconnect after being gone for so long. In tune with the community brews over the past couple of weeks. I know there was a little spoiler alert on the Impossible Athletics last week. A little bit of this one this way. We're supporting our local Nelson County, and Binge Jam and Ice Cream will be here Thursday for a time to just get together with our Care and Connects and just celebrate with each other and reconnect with each other. And then also we're really focusing on our Care and Connect, so we'll be streaming some house competitions throughout the school, so that we can really just celebrate the return of our students and really just build on that excitement that we've got there. Along with that, we've got an awesome Spirit Week going on. So some competitions and some Spirit Week with Spirit Wear, which we've got we've got our new logo that we're trying to put out there, and we've got our goods out there for sale in our Spirit shop. Whether it be, we've got neon, camo, crazy socks. I'm looking forward to that one. I got my sloth socks on today. So I'm already trying to figure out what kind of socks I'm going to wear on Thursday, but just a lot of exciting things as we welcome them back, just to really celebrate them and reconnect with them after being away from them for so long.
Well, that's awesome, Nick. My name is Christy Lynch. I am the assistant principal at Nelson County High School, and we have started our energy by our dry run yesterday. The energy was electric. My teachers were in the hallways. You could see them dancing. The kids were excited. We've got a lot of energy up here at Nelson County with our athletics and our clubs. So we're going to do a lot of celebrating next week. We're going to be in our Care and Connects. We call those Cardinal Crew every day. That's how we're going to start our days. We're going to celebrate each other. We have some competitions. We're just really, really excited to welcome our Cardinals back on Monday.
I'm Chase Goff. I'm the Director of Community Health and Engagement for the district. I think one of the things that we've been talking about a lot is just in going to schools and seeing schools. I think if you think back to March 12th is the last time that we really had all of our students in our building. And I think like the work that has happened since then in all of our schools, with, classrooms and teachers, getting ready with our schools look great. All of the stuff that's been added, design features, all the stuff that our facility teams have done, the stuff that has been going on over the past 6 weeks. And I think there's a lot of excitement because, as Nick said, it's been 6 months. And I think that's what's really cool to see across our schools. You walk in any school, you talk to you talk to any teacher, anybody that's there, and there's a lot of excitement. And I'll give a special shout out. I saw this on Twitter the other day, and I think it was absolutely true. Our bus drivers, I would say, have really epitomized iHeartNC. They're used to driving a route every day and taking kids to and from school. And then March 12th happened, and we didn't have kids in school. And so they have done anything and everything that could have been asked of them. And I think like watching them deliver meals, watching them help our maintenance team, watching them, support us across our schools in various ways has been really cool. And I'm just excited to see all the work that our schools, our teachers, our bus drivers, our facility team, everybody's done kind of come together next week. And I think there's powerful energy in that. So I think, definitely excited to welcome kids back.
TJ Metcalf is hanging out over in the chat, and he said that he thinks the soft opening definitely helped build the energy through. Though the thought of students coming in was initially intimidating, it was awesome to have students back in the building. So very exciting. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let's see, Kendra Height at Nelson County High School. She said super excited to see our students and greet them with energy and pride for their school. Randy Adams says he wants to be Nick Patterson when he grows up. So that's exciting for Randy.
Brooke, if this chat is any indication of the energy that's going to be coming next week, I think we're in good shape because people are really excited in this chat today.
For sure. Well, let's hop into the next question. So as you guys think about this year, what are some experiences you are excited about for our students?
I mean, I feel like before we just jump into that question, Brooke, we need to read the last comment that just came through in the chat there because, Mr. Bradley said he also wants to be Nick Patterson when he grows up. So, I think it's important to put out there in Community Brew land.
Well, I don't know how in the world I can top that one, but I guess I'll try my best. I'm Kelly Evans. I'm the new choir teacher over here at Nelson County High School. Yeah, we're building the program and making it work. As far as, oh gosh, man, y'all, when I get on these things, I totally forget the question. Okay, as you think about this year, what are some experiences I'm excited for? With the virtual learning thing, I think our teachers over here at Nelson County have really taken advantage of all the collaborations that we can do with the virtual learning Google Meet platform. Like I know there's been like groups of teachers over here that have done Cardinal Crew competitions. So like we meet every morning, and then one group in particular had a Chalice of Champions, and another teacher stole it one day, and they had to figure out who the teacher was. And like that was really fun, and getting all the teachers involved, and all the students seeing the teachers being friendly with each other and collaborating together. Also, like speaking of collaboration, myself and Mr. Beasley, with his Kentucky Studies class, we actually brought in an author this past Wednesday, and we had a really awesome student-led discussion about some like cultural things that are happening right now in the moment, like the Black Lives Matter movement and racism in general, and how it relates to my old Kentucky home. And it was just a really enlightening discussion. And like I'm really, really looking forward to using the platform that we've already created with these first 5 weeks of virtual school to continue these collaborations across subjects and across clubs and involving as many students as we can to really see that our teachers care about each other first and we care about our students. And I think that's going to make a difference in the long run for the whole school year, that they see that we genuinely care about each other.
Well, I have to hop in and give you some love, Miss Evans. TJ Metcalf, he said that he is so excited to have you in Nelson County Music Land. So getting some love out there from Mr. Metcalf at Bloomfield Middle. And I have to agree with Chase. He said choir and social studies. Yes, like I love hearing you talk about this really unique collaboration you did with Mr. Beasley. He was on here last week with us on the Community Brew. And I think it's really a testament to, this experience. While it hasn't been ideal, obviously, I think it's really forced us all as educators to stretch and grow and be better and do better for our students. So you're just a perfect example of that this morning.
So I'm really excited about how we're approaching learning this year at Foster Heights for our kids, not just for our kids, but also we're looking through the lens of the gift projects, which, several people have mentioned different things about. But when we look at learning for kids that empowers them and, gives them the opportunity to own their own learning and then impact the community, that's really a tremendous thing for me that gets me really jazzed, because learning goes beyond these classroom walls. So when our kids feel inspired, when our community is impacted, it's really exciting. So I'm looking forward to that this year.
So one thing we're looking forward to here, about 4 years ago, the district I was in visited Thomas Nelson to really see what was going on in Nelson County with the idea of house systems and things like that. And we took that back there and started to develop that. So then when I came to Nelson County, I was really excited about the work that was being done in those houses. And Kevin mentioned just to care. I mean, really do what it says, to care and connect with our students. We kind of put that foundation in place last year of what that looks like and developing those and creating those. And then I think this year we've really stepped on the gas and really put it into a next gear to really incorporate that, do that on a daily basis, and really commit to what that is on a daily basis. And the Duck Man himself has really put in a lot of work to really creating the foundation for that and what that looks like. And then I mentioned our swag bags earlier. This is going to be something that's in our swag bags. A little plug for the Merrifield House. So everybody's going to get one of those. As I said, the Duck Man himself is back here. He's had an integral part in that. But the experiences that they're going to get through their caring connects each day, and the time that the relationships that they're going to build is just really what it's all about. We build those relationships, and what we can do with those students and help them accomplish and help them to be BMS strong is really impossible.
Yeah, I feel like if Mr. Mahoney back there wants to be on the Community Brew so bad, you just need to pop on, Mr. Mahoney. I mean, what are you most excited about for the school year? We got the whole crew coming in there. Mr. Mahoney. I mean, it's a Bloomfield Middle thing.
Hard to follow, Nick. Hard to follow. Everybody wants to be you when we grow up, but I kind of like my hair, man. So, I love you. I love you, baby. So as we go on, I can't follow Nick. I know, there we go. I can't follow you, but we are really growing our leadership classes here at Nelson County with our Legacy Corps. So see, I can't wear a hat that good, Nick. So now I do want to be you. Our Legacy Corps and our Ag Leadership, our CCLE class, and then we're trying to think about how we can reimagine incorporating all different kinds of kids in leadership, thinking about leadership performing arts class. And so we're really excited about those experiences, offering those to all of our kids and letting them have a chance to shine.
All right, Kelsey, I know you've been out there working with some schools across the district here. What do you got? What do you got for us, sister?
Oh, I just think that, we have all these plans. We're excited for these experiences, but nothing's going to be like that moment you see the first kid get off the bus and the entire staff is standing outside, and their smiles are so big, and they're just welcoming and there. And I think that is going to be like the most powerful experience, is that moment where we're like, yes, we have our kids here. We're going to get to spend time with them. That's going to be pretty exciting. Over in the chat, we have Laura Mann talking about houses, talking about, she's talked to some different people who are kind of building our houses. And we're really proud of the house systems that we're building in Nelson County. That's pretty exciting. And then Chase is really highlighting some of these experiences in the chat with our houses, our student leadership, our learning, our gift projects. Yes. So I think seeing all those come to life in person finally is going to be magical.
Yeah, I think, Kelsey, one of the things too that we've talked about a lot, and I think this is true, is COVID obviously created a lot of unique challenges, and we've all dealt with those, but it also created a lot of opportunities. And I think what's really cool is across our district, across our schools, we saw where we got to ask ourselves the question, okay, what really matters? What are the things that are really important? And how do we still create those types of experiences while doing it? And I think when we think about all of those things that you mentioned, student leadership, house systems, all those sorts of things, like what we got to was people doing those in still really creative ways and doing it well. So, I mean, those are real ducks, I think, on Mr. Patterson over there. The Bloomfield Middle School crew is just, they've gone to a different level.
I was about to say, we've really taken a turn here on the Community Brew this Friday morning with live ducks. I mean, this is really something special.
But I think to Mandy's point too, I think that's really, it's going to be really cool to see. Obviously, we have all these restrictions and all these things, but we've got a lot of really smart people trying to figure out how do we still create learning experiences in our community? How do we still bring community in? How do we still create those opportunities? And I think that's going to be really cool to see. So I'm excited about those things over the course of the year.
And, I've been talking to some teachers at Foster Heights, and some of the magic they're creating, partnerships with the Humane Society and things that they're already building now, even through a virtual setting. I think it's going to be magical once they get back into school and they're doing it in person, and we're seeing these projects come to life.
And I agree, Kelsey. Our teachers are really, when Chase just said that about it forced us to think about what really mattered. So this was a great opportunity for us to be all right, our values of passion, authenticity, and care, how do we not lose those when things are hard, when we have these restrictions? So I celebrate our teachers all day, every day, because they're really being creative and thinking outside the box about how to impact our community. And provide experiences for our kids that are, transforming them through these restrictions. It's really been powerful and fun to watch.
Well, the ducks aren't distracting at all. So, not at all. You guys are I'm really proud of you all who can continue the conversation and not be distracted by the ducks in the top corner of the screen. So
those things where the zoos have on the 24-hour cameras with the panda or whatever. I feel like that's what's happening right now with Mr. Patterson. It's just a camera that's there, but you just watch it.
So I feel like this is just another example of an opportunity that has been presented in front of us here, Mr. Patterson. So I'm really excited to see where you and Mr. Mahoney and your team goes with this virtual duck experience. So, all right, as we close out this morning and head into our day, what are some things that you guys would say to parents and students about returning to in-person school next week?
So that was a big part of our planning, because we're going to be welcoming 500 to 600 kids back into this building, and we are so very excited for it. Our backpack leader, Autumn Jones, came up with this fantastic virtual field trip that was sent out to parents this week, and Brett Phelps made some fantastic videos of us masked up talking. It was great, and the kids have connected with us in those videos. And then we've talked in our dry run, and then the kids know we've got some COVID restrictions, but we can have a lot of fun with it. And we're doing the best we can. And so Monday is Mask Up Monday for our Cardinals. And I've got my Star Wars mask. It's my favorite mask. And so we're welcoming our kids back with kind of silliness. And I accessorize my masks. If any of you know me, you probably know that's important to me. And so that's kind of how I'm selling it to our kids and our parents. And so we want to welcome our cards back. And as we always end everything, we always say, go Cards.
Over in the chat, we have Miss Becky Quinn, who's a parent, sharing a little bit about her excitement. She said, my kids are so excited to be in a normal routine. And I think we're all feeling that. We're feeling that excitement of having our kids back and getting back to a routine that makes us feel comfortable. We also have Miss Stephanie Robinson, who said, I would tell them that we are working so hard to ensure that we're all safe and as comfortable as possible and going to make it the best ever, reimagining possibilities.
And I think along those lines, like we have put a lot into making sure that everybody's safe and we're putting in these procedures to really do that. We're offer, obviously, we've got ducks for our companion animals. So, I mean, just providing some of those experiences for some kids in a companion animal class. Steve loves that one. But also just to a reminder that, ultimately, yeah, there'll be a lot of those things that are going on throughout the school day to make sure that we try to limit some of the things that might happen with COVID, but ultimately we are connecting with those students. We are here to make sure that, for teaching and learning. And, the students are really resilient. We talk a lot about how the teachers and how that, what it's taken over the past 6 months as far as virtual learning and what that takes. But I mean, the resiliency that they've shown as well has been really powerful. And so when they come back in the building, those things will be in place. But once they get here, I think, as Kelsey said, we'll be just excited for them to be here, and they're going to be resilient, and they're going to adapt, and they're going to figure out how to make it just the best, provide the best experience for it. And they will probably, as always, surprise us at how well and how strongly they really come through it.
So I'm gonna tell parents that we care about your kids, like relationships first. I'm a mama, my kid gets to go to the school that I go to. So it's been really cool. Like I always think through, like, what would I want someone to tell me? What do I need to communicate to a family? And I'm like, all right, I need to know this. So first and foremost, if you're a mom or dad or guardian out there, like, we care about your kid. And that's priority number one. And we care about kids. We put relationships first. So we're going to keep your kids safe, to the best of our ability. We're going to bring humanity back to this experience through these masks as much as we can. So we're just excited to have your kid back in our building. We care about them, and we are going to make it the best experience possible.
Kind of going off of what Mandy said, like, maybe you've noticed, but I'm not super far removed from my public school days. And, I've been thinking a lot about, like, when I was in high school, what kind of things that I would have wanted to have been told about the procedures. And, like, I think that, being the person that I am, I think I would have wanted to know everything. But, I've been thinking a lot about the students that may not want to know everything, but are still really apprehensive. And, like, all these new procedures can be intimidating, and they can be a little bit scary at times. But, like, what everybody has continued to make the point is that we are doing what we feel is best to keep everybody in our community safe, first and foremost. And then after keeping everybody safe comes the care and smiling behind the mask, because you can tell when people are smiling, and, putting care and safety at the first, even though it's kind of intimidating and scary. Just like, although we have to do these things, we're still going to keep in mind your students and their feelings and how they relate to other people and relate to each other and relate to us as well.
I think about this. I've got 2 students of my own in Nelson County schools, 2 kids of my own, and I got the pleasure, if you will, a few months ago of taking on kind of the Safe Schools return, and this has been a great team. And I think what I would tell parents is in the past couple months, we've hired Felicia Flanagan, who's a nurse practitioner, and she's got care clinics off the ground in every school, so that we can tell you as a parent that there is a nurse in every school building, ready to care for your kid. Our facility team and our facility leads have taken on the task of ensuring that spaces are clean, sanitized, and disinfected on schedules, and they're doing phenomenal work. Our bus drivers have really, reoriented their whole routine to ensure that kids know where to sit and how to sit. We're excited to welcome them back to the bus on Monday, and as they talk about a lot, they're the first ones kids see and the last ones they see when they leave for a lot of our kids. And they're they're a phenomenal team. Our cafeteria staff and the work that they've done to reimagine the meal experience, even though they're going to be under certain restrictions, is a really powerful testament to being able to create these experiences for kids in the midst of this stuff. Our teams at the local school level, we've put them this past week. We put them through simulations to ensure that if we have a positive case, that everyone knows what to do, how to react, and what to do with that process. I think that was a very healthy thing. I think we learned a lot through that. And so I think, we've talked to districts across the state. We've talked to people that have gone back to school. We've talked to people that are looking at stuff. And, I feel very confident as a parent and in the role that I'm in to say that when kids come back in our building, we will have every precaution and every safety measure to ensure that your kid is safe. But I think what makes me most proud in Nelson County is that in addition to those things, there's a level of humanity and care that our team shows. And, that's why the Care and Connect structures, that's why the house system, that's why all of those things are so important. I think as a parent, like, I know that my kid's safe because I deal with it all the time. I see it all the time. But I think the most important thing is he's going to get to walk back into a building and have people, not just his teacher, but his admin team, his teachers, his bus driver that he's going to be on the bus with, his cafeteria team, his facility team that's going to love him and care for him and want to make sure that he has a great experience. And so, I'm very excited to open school back up. I think our teams are ready. I think our teachers are ready. And Monday morning's go time. So excited for it to go.
All right, you guys. Well, that is a wrap for this morning. Thank you for hanging out with us here on the Community Brew Live. We are so excited. We're so excited for Monday. So we will see you then.